Okay, in the last class, we have discussed about some of the concepts like packing efficiency as well as packing efficiency in case of simple cube. Before that, we have studied the total number of atoms which might be present in case of BCC, in case of FCC, similarly in case of simple cube, right? And the further concept is about the packing efficiency in case of HCP, CCP, or which is also known as FCC also, and similarly in BCC also we can see the packing efficiency. And what is the packing efficiency, we'll see. So already we know that packing efficiency is nothing but it is defined as the percentage of total space filled by the particles, that is packing efficiency is equal to volume occupied by the total number of spheres in the unit cell divided by total volume of the unit cell, right? So which is when multiplied with 100%, always the packing efficiency is identified in terms of percentage. That is the total area covered by the atoms in a given cube, whether it may be BCC, whether it may be FCC, or whether it may be simple cube, right? So the first derivation which can be asked for your syllabus in case of 3 marks in the annual examination, that is a very simple derivations are there. The first one is packing efficiency of simple cube. In the packing efficiency of simple cube, I have taken a cube, so in which there are 2 atoms which are at the edges, right? So corners of the cube, and the total this length is taken as A, that is the edge length of the cube, and similarly R1 and R2 are the radius of the 2 spheres which are considered as the atoms, ions or molecules. Further, the edge length of the cube is taken as A. Next is the radius of each particles or each circles or each atom is recognized as R, which is taken as R. So therefore if you add both the radius R1 and R2, that is A is equal to 2R. That is volume of the cube of the unit cell is equal to, so length into breadth into height, we know that one, right? So therefore we can take it as length into breadth into height is generally taken as, so A into A, which is also known as A cube, right? So further we know the value of A, that is 2R. So therefore whenever you substitute 2R here, so it will become 2R cube. In place of A cube, it is recognized as 2R cube, right? So therefore which is equal to, whenever you cube that value, that is generally called as, so 8R cube, that is 2 cube is 8, and that is R into R, that is equal to R cube, right? So like this we can take the value, right? Further, since it is a simple cube, we know that we have calculated the number of atoms in the simple cube. So due to simple cube consists of only one atom, right? So therefore if you go for the volume of the cube, that volume of the cube generally given in terms of so 4 by 3 pi r cube. Since it consists of only one atom, we have taken it as 1 into 4 by 3 pi r cube. If the cube is made up of BCC or FCC, so it is based on the number of atoms which are present. Here we can take 2 also, or if for FCC, here we can take it as 4 also, because FCC consists of 4 atoms. Therefore volume is equal to 1 into the formula for volume of the cube, that is equal to volume of the sphere, that is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube, 4 by 3 pi r cube, that is 1 into 4 by 3 pi r cube is nothing but 4 by 3 pi r cube. Here we got both the values, that is volume occupied by the total number of spheres in the unit cell also, and we have got one more value, that is total volume of the unit cell, that I have given in terms of packing efficiency is equal to the total volume occupied by the total number of spheres in the unit cell, that we have recognized it as 4 by 3 pi r cube, that I have taken in the numerator, and overall total volume of the unit cell, that is taken as 8 r cube, sorry, it is taken as 8r cube. Here I can cancel 4 1s are, 4 2s are, and this 3 goes to the denominator because it is in the denominator, so therefore it will become r cube, and r cube also cancelled, it will become pi by 6 into 100%. When you multiply this 100% and if you substitute the value of 22 by 7, the overall value will be 52.36%. Therefore the total packing efficiency in case of simple cube is 52.36%, right? So don't worry about the calculation, directly you should write pi by 6 into 100% whenever you substitute 22 by 7 value. So no need of calculation, directly you can write 52.36%, right? So that is the packing efficiency, or you can call it as the filled space in case of simple cube. Okay, in the next concept we will go for the packing efficiency in case of HCP or the packing efficiency in case of CCP. We'll go for the second derivation, which is also very similar to the first one and very simple, which is known as packing efficiency in a HCP or CCP, that is a hexagonal close packing, or you can also call it as a cubic close packing, which is generally called as face-centered cube. Hexagonal close packing also you can call it as, or you can call it as a closed cubic close packing, or you can also call it as FCC, that is face-centered, right? So you can call it as hexagonal also, right? Or you can also call it as a cubic. CCP means cubic close packing, right? So if you consider again, so I will draw here, if you consider a cube, right? So initially I have taken a simple cube, and here face centered means one atom will be at the face. So here I will draw a corner atom here. This is the first corner atom, right? So this is the second corner atom, right? Since there is a face centered atom, so I will take one face centered atom here. So this is the face centered atom, so which means there are three atoms, right? So this I can take it as a diagonal, right? So that is the diagonal. So I will mark here. So this is A, right? So this is B, this is C, and this one is D, right? So therefore here the edge length of AB, I will take it as A. This edge length is A, right? So this edge length is also A, right? So but the diagonal, right? So diagonal is having the different edge length, so that I can take it as B, right? So this edge length is B, right? So because the diagonal value is different, therefore one edge length AB is A, another edge length BC is B, and the third diagonal edge length, that is equal to B, right? So BC is A, AB is also A, and AC is B, right? So now we'll go for the derivation, right? So in this derivation, here I can go for in triangle ABC, if I consider this triangle, right? So the triangle A, B and C, if you consider this triangle, triangle A, B and C, right? So that part, right? So in a triangle ABC, in triangle ABC, right? So according to Pythagoras theorem, right? So that is AC square is equal to BC square plus AB square. AC square is equal to BC square plus AB square, right? So if you get confused, so I will draw this triangle separately, right? So I have taken this triangle. So one is A, another one is B, and this one is C, right? So this edge length is taken as B, that is diagonal edge length, and these two edge lengths are generally taken as A. This is also A, I have taken this as A, and similarly this is also taken as A, right? So we are talking about this triangle, right? So the same piece which is present in this cube, I have taken this outside. So here the AB length is A, BC length is A, and AC length is B. Therefore I can substitute here. So the length of AC is B, so I can take it as B square. According to Pythagoras theorem, the square of the hypotenuse side, that is the longest length, so that is equal to sum of the squares of the adjacent side. So that you have studied in 10th also, in first PUC also, that is AC square is equal to, right? So that is diagonal, AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. So therefore here, so the AC value is B square and the BC value is, that is A. So therefore I can take it as A square plus A square, right? So therefore A square plus A square, that is equal to B square is equal to 2 times the A square, or if you remove this square on the both sides, that is B is equal to, so it will become a root 2 into A. That will become root 2 into A, because I have removed the square on the both the side. So therefore B will be equal to root 2 into A, right? So next, if R is the radius of the sphere, if I take this the radius of the sphere, so that is if R is a radius of sphere, so that is R is the radius of a sphere, right? So therefore this overall length B, right? So this overall length B, that is equal to 4R, that is equal to 4R, right? So why this B is equal to 4R, I will explain here. If you take this diagonal, so there are 3 spheres, 1, 2 and 3, right? So I will draw this 3 spheres separately. This is first sphere, this looks like a second sphere, and this must be the third sphere, right? So here if you observe, so this is the midpoint of the first circle or first sphere, second circle or second sphere, third sphere, right? So here if you observe, this is one radius and this is 1 radius. So here in between, so it is connected between 2, right? So here you will get 2 radius, right? So this is first radius, second radius, third radius and fourth radius, right? Therefore total how many radius are present? 4 radius. Therefore this length B is equal to 4 radius, first radius from the first circle, and you will get 2 radius because it is connected with the both the side, that is 2 radius you will get from the middle circle or the middle sphere, and the terminating, which means the end circle, you will get 1 radius. Therefore total how many radius are there? 4 radius. Therefore I have written it as the value of B or the length of B can also be taken in terms of radius, that is B is equal to 4r. Understand this concept, this is very important, right? So there are 3 spheres which are arranged diagonally, which means here if you consider the radius, so one circle will have 1 radius, middle circle will give 2 radius because it is at the center, that is left side also 1 radius will get, right side also will get 1 radius. So similarly from C also you will get 1 radius because it is connected from the edge of the middle circle or middle sphere. So therefore 1, 2, 3 and 4. So that I have drawn here 1, 2, 3 and 4. Therefore B can be taken as 4r, right? So already, so we know that, so the B value is root 2a. B value is root 2a. Therefore I can also write it as 4r is equal to root 2 into a. That can also be written as 4r is equal to root 2 into a. Therefore a is equal to, right? So if I take a, this root 2 will come in the denominator. So therefore I can write it as a is equal to 4r divided by root 2. I can write it as a is equal to 4r divided by root 2, or which is equal to, if you cancel here, right? So this can be written as, so 4r divided by root 2 can also be written as 2 into 2, right? So 4r can be written as 2 into r divided by root 2, right? So therefore directly I can write it as 2 root 2 into r, 2 root 2 into r, right? So here I can solve that one in the rough work, right? So that is B a is equal to, I have taken it as 4r divided by root 2. So therefore this 4 can be splitted into 2 into 2 into r divided by root 2. So therefore 1 2 can be written as root 2 into root 2 into 2 into r, right? So divided by root 2. If you cancel 1 root 2 and root 2, so that will be overall value will be equal to 2 into root 2 into r, right? So like this the value will be a is equal to root 2 into root 2 into r. So that directly I have written 4r divided by root 2 is equal to 2 into root 2 into r. If I take r here, so and if I convert this into the denominator, that what happens, r is equal to, so which means a is equal to 2 into root 2 into r, or I can write it as r is equal to a divided by 2 into root 2. That radius we have calculated, the overall radius r is equal to a divided by root 2 into root 2, 2 into root 2, right? So further we know that volume of a sphere, right? So volume of a sphere is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube. That is a standard value. Volume of sphere is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube, right? So since it consists of FCC, right? So since it this cube consists of FCC, so therefore I can take it as, this is very important point, since we are talking about FCC, right? So since we are talking about FCC consists of 4 atoms, right? So therefore the total volume will be, equal to 4 into, that will be 4 because there are 4 atoms. So each has the value of 4 by 3 pi r cube. So that will be equal to 4 into 4 by 3 pi r cube, or you can directly write as 16 divided by 3 into pi r cube because it consists of 4 atoms, right? And volume of the cube also you have to calculate. That is volume of cube is a cube. Volume of cube is also called as a cube. So therefore we have already know the value of a, that is here a is equal to 2 into root 2 into r. So therefore I will substitute here because the volume of the cube, again we know volume of the cube, right? So cube is made up of, if you take any cube, it is made up of a volume, right? So volume of a cube is equal to, so length into breadth into height, right? So cube means all the sides will be same. Therefore I can take it as a into a, that will be equal to a cube, right? So this value, that rough work I have directly written here, volume of the cube is equal to, that is a cube. Therefore we already know the value of A, so that A can be substituted here, that is 2 into root 2 into R the whole cube. 2 into root 2 into R the whole cube, right? So according to packing efficiency, we got both the values, that is the total volume of the total atoms in the unit cell divided by total volume of the unit cell. Both the values we have got. So further we'll write the formula and further we will substitute the value, that is packing efficiency is equal to, right? So volume occupied by 4 spheres, volume occupied by 4 spheres, because there are 4 atoms in case of FCC. We are talking about FCC, that is volume occupied by 4 spheres divided by total volume of unit cell, total volume of unit cell into 100%, right? So further I will substitute these values, that is first value is 4 into 4 by 3, that is pi r cube, that I will substitute here, 4 into 4 by 3 pi r cube whole divided by, so total volume of the unit cell, that is second one, volume of the cube, that is 2 into root 2 into r the whole cube, that is into 100%. So therefore that is equal to, so if you multiply 4 into 4, that is 16, that is 16 divided by 3 into pi r cube, 16 divided by 3 into pi r cube whole divided by, so if you take a 2 cube, right? So if you take a 2 cube, so therefore 2 into 2 into 2, that will be equal to 8. So here I will solve this one. So again the rough work, 2 into root 2 into r the whole cube. So if you solve this one, what happens? So 2 into 2 into 2, first if you cube this value, so that will be 2 into 2 into 2, that will be equal to 8. So therefore it will be 8. So whenever you cube this root 2 value, whenever you cube this root 2 value, so that will be equal to root 2 into root 2 into root 2. So therefore root 2 into root 2 is 2, right? So further it is 1 root 2. So that will be 2 root 2. So therefore I can write it as 2 into root 2. So therefore further r cube, that is r into r into r, that is equal to r cube. Therefore if you multiply these two, that will be 16. It to the 16 into root 2 into r cube. The overall value will be 16 into root 2 into r cube. So therefore I can directly write it as 16 into root 2 into r cube. So whenever you multiply by 100%, right? So if you put the value of or if you substitute the value of pi, and if you put the value of radius, if you know the exact value of radius, and if you calculate, the overall value you will get is 74%. The overall value you will get is 74%, right? So that is the packing efficiency in case of HCP or CCP. Once again I will explain. Similar to the simple cube, you also calculate the packing efficiency in case of HCP as well as CCP, or it is also known as FCC. So HCP means hexagonal close packing, or you can also call it as cubic close packing. If you consider a hexagonal close packing or a cubic close packing, in case of FCC, one atom will be at the face centered and these are the diagonal. So according to the Pythagoras theorem, in triangle ABC, AC square is equal to BC square plus AB square. Therefore B square is equal to A square plus A square. B square is equal to 2 times the A square. If you add A square and A square, it will be 2 times the A square. B is equal to root 2 into A. If R is the radius of the sphere, there are 3 spheres. Therefore B is equal to 4R. This is very important. That is first radius. So you'll get 2 radius from the middle circle or the middle sphere and 1 radius from the terminal or the end circle or the sphere, right? So therefore B is equal to 4R, and we already calculated B value, that is P is equal to 4R is equal to root 2 into A. Therefore A is equal to 4R divided by root 2, or which is equal to 2 into root 2 into R. Therefore A is equal to 2 into root 2 into R, or you can, right? So you can rearrange it as R is equal to A divided by 2 root 2. Therefore the volume of the sphere is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube. Since FCC consists of 4 atoms, so the total volume will be 4 into. But in case of simple cube, what we have taken? 1 into we have taken, because simple cube consists of only 1 atom. Here the total number of atoms in the FCC unit cell is 4. Therefore we can take it as 4 into 4 by 3 pi r cube. And therefore total volume of the cube is equal to A cube. That is equal to length into breadth into height, that we have seen. And since it is cube, all the echelons are same. Other than the diagonal, all the echelons are same. That is A into A, that can be recognized as A cube. That is equal to 2 into root 2 into R. When you cube this one, so it will convert into 16 into root 2 into R cube. Further that we'll see that one. So packing efficiency equal to, according to formula, volume occupied by the 4 spheres in FCC divided by total volume of the unit cell into 100%. That is equal to 4 into 4 by 3 pi r cube divided by 2 root 2 into r cube. Further, if you calculate, so there is no need of a complete calculation. Just understand whenever you put the pi value and if you cancel r here, so you'll get a 74%. You have to remember this value. There is packing efficiency in case of HCP or CCP unit cell is 74%. Okay, as we have seen this, the packing efficiency in case of simple cube as well as in FCC. So similarly, we can also derive the packing efficiency even in case of, right? So we can derive the packing efficiency even in case of, so BCC also. The next concept is packing efficiency in case of BCC. Okay, we'll go with the next simple derivation, that is packing efficiency in BCC. That BCC means body centered cube, right? So whenever you take the body centered cube, what might be the packing efficiency in case of body centered cube, right? So again, I will draw the cube for the derivation of packing efficiency in case of BCC. So these three are important derivations out of 3. So one will appear for your annual exam for the 3 marks, right? So here if you consider the cube, so one atom was at the face in face centered cube. There was no extra atom other than the corner atom in case of simple cube. But here we are talking about body centered, which means one atom definitely will be present at the center of the cube, right? So first we'll draw the corner atom. So this is the first corner atom, right? So this is the second corner atom. And in between these two, in the middle, there will be one more atom that we'll call it as a body centered atom. Right, so this is recognized as a body centered atom. So here I can draw the diagonal. So this is the connection between these two. So that is generally a diagonal. So if I number or if I give the alphabetical order, so here I can give as this is A, this corner is B, this is C, this is D, this is E, F, G and H, right? So the alphabetical order I have given A, B, C, D for one face and E, F, G, H for the another face, right? So therefore here I can extend this value. So this value I can extend this diagonal from F to D, right? So again, so this edge length is generally given as A. This edge length is A, and we know that this diagonal edge length is B, right? So this is B. And this diagonal edge length is taken C, right? So remember, here we will get two different triangles. So this is one triangle. Here we got this is one triangle, and this is one triangle, right? So further I will draw that separately. So here we can derive on the basis of this packing efficiency of PCC. We'll get two triangles. One is triangle EFD. There is the first triangle. And the second triangle is triangle AFD. Triangle AFD, right? So here I will draw in triangle EFD. If I consider this triangle EFD, right? So according to this, so I will draw here. So this is the triangle, that is EFD, right? So this is a D, this is E, and this is F, right? So I have drawn here, and this length I have taken it as B. Right, so that is the hypotenuse side, right? So according to Pythagoras theorem, again I will apply the Pythagoras theorem, that is FD square. There is the longest length, that is FD square, and here both are again A and A because the edge length of the cube is always A. Both are same here. It is also A and it is also A. Therefore, here if you consider this first triangle EFD, right? So EFD, EF and D. So this FD is equal to B and EF and ED are, so that is equal to A. Therefore, so here in triangle EFD, so FD square is equal to, right? So EF square plus ED square. EF square plus ED square, that is equal to B square. We know the value of FD is equal to B, that is B square is equal to A square plus A square, that is equal to 2A square. A square plus A square is equal to 2A square. Therefore, B is equal to root 2 into A. That is the first triangle. In triangle EFD, the value of P is equal to root 2 into A, right? So if you consider the second triangle in triangle AFD, right? So this triangle, right? So if we consider this triangle AFD, I will draw here. So this was the second triangle, right? So this was A, the above was A, so this was F and this was D, right? So in this triangle AFD, right? So this length was C, right? So here this edge length is A and this edge length was B, right? So all the edge lengths are different. One is C, one is A, one is B. Therefore, according to Pythagoras theorem, again if you go, AF square is equal to AD square plus FD square. So that is AF value is, so that is AF value is C. I can take it as C square. So C square is equal to A square plus B square. A square plus B square. But already we calculated the value of B, that I will take this B value and substitute here. The B value is taken here and I have substituted here. Therefore, C square is equal to what happens? A square plus 2A square, because already we have derived B. That is B square value is 2A square. B square value is 2A square. So therefore here I can substitute B is equal to root 2 into A, which if you square, again you will get 2A square. Again you will get 2A square. Therefore I can write it as 2A square. So therefore A square plus 2A square, that is equal to 3 times the A square. Right? So A square plus 2A square is equal to 3A square. Therefore if you remove the square on the both the side, C will be is equal to root 3 into A. C will be is equal to root 3 into A. Right? Further, the length of body diagonal C. Right? So this length of body diagonal C. So I can write it as the length of body diagonal C. That will be equal to 4R. Again it will be 4R because there are 3 circles. Whenever there is a joining of 3 circles, you will get 4 radius, that we have seen. Here again if I do the rough work here. So here there are 3 spheres diagonally arranged. So again I will tell the same concept, that is 1 radius from the first circle you will get, 2 radius from the middle circle you get, and you will get 1 radius from the last circle. This is 1, 2, 3 and 4. You will get 4 radius. So therefore again this length C is taken as 4R. That length C is taken as 4R. But the value of C already we have recognized or already we have calculated, that is root 3 into A. Therefore in presence of C I will put, so that is root 3 into A, that is equal to 4R. That is equal to 4R. Therefore again A is equal to, therefore A is equal to what happens? So this will come to the denominator, that is 4R divided by root 3. 4R divided by root 3. Or you can also write it as, if you want the value of R, I can write it as R is equal to root 3 into A divided by 4. I can take this to the denominator. If you take this to the denominator, you'll get the value of A. If you take this 4 to the denominator, you get the value of R. Right? So, and similarly, we are talking about BCC here. Overall concept is about BCC. Therefore, BCC consists of, right? So, BCC consists of 2 atoms. BCC consists of 2 atoms. So, therefore, its volume will be is equal to 2 into 4 by 3 pi r cube. Its total volume will be is equal to 2 into 4 by 3 pi r cube. Because why we have taken 2 here? It consists of 2 atoms, right? So the number of particles in the BCC will be 2 atoms. Therefore, it is 2 into 4 by 3 pi r cube. But in case of FCC also we have seen. So the total volume of the FCC, because FCC consists of 4 atoms, that is 4 into 4 by 3 pi r cube. Since here in case of BCC, so it consists of only 2 atoms. We have taken it as 2 into 4 by 3 pi r cube. So therefore, total volume of the cube, again the volume of cube is A cube, because again the A into A, this is same concept, right? So here if you again volume of the cube, length into breadth into height, A into A, that is A cube. So directly I can take it as volume of cube is A cube. So already we know the value of A, that is 4R divided by root 3. I will substitute here, that is a 4 divided by root 3 into R, right? So that is a whole cube. 4 divided by root 3 into R, the whole cube, right? So we got both the values. We got both the values, and here what I will do, so further I will put the packing efficiency formula, that is packing efficiency is equal to volume occupied by 2 spheres, because it is a BCC unit, volume occupied by 2 spheres, whole divided by total volume of unit cell, total volume of unit cell into 100%. Into 100%, right? So therefore, here I can substitute this value. The first total volume occupied by the 2 spheres, that is 2 into 4 by 3 pi r cube. I will substitute here 2 into 4 by 3 pi r cube whole divided by total volume of the unit cell is, that is 4 by root 3 into r the whole cube. That is again 4 by root 3 into r the whole cube into 100%. Into 100%, right? So further if you multiply this, 4 into 2 is 8. 8 divided by 3. So I can write it as a pi r cube whole divided by. So again it is 4 cube. 4 cube, right? So 4 cube means it is 64, right? And root 3 into root 3 into root 3 is 3 root 3, right? So again if you do here, right? So 4 cube. If you make 4 cube, that is 4 into 4 into 4. 4 4 is 16. 16 4 is 64. Again root 3 the cube if you make, that will be root 3 into root 3 into root 3. That will be equal to 3 into root 3, right? So again if you multiply this 64 into root 3, that is 3 root 3, that will be equal to 64 divided by 3 into root 3 into r cube, right? So further if you cancel r cube and r cube, and if you put the value of pi, the total value is equal to 68%, right? So don't worry about the calculation. Directly you can remember, so that is equal to 68% in case of body centered cube, right? So we have derived, so the packing efficiency in case of simple cube also. We have derived the packing efficiency in case of face centered cube, or you can call it as SCP or CCP. Similarly, we have derived the packing efficiency in case of BCC also, right? So go through these derivations once or twice. You practice that one, then you will clearly understand. And remember, these questions definitely will come for the annual exam for 3 marks. Out of 3, the 1 will be packing efficiency in case of a simple cube. It is rarely asked because it is very simple compared to these FCC and BCC. So they may ask the packing efficiency in case of HCP or in case of CCP or in case of FCC. Both, all the 3 are same. That can be asked for 3 mark here, or they may ask the packing efficiency in case of BCC, right? So we'll continue in the next class.